Christian at SEXXY Review covering Las Vegas and the world. Boy, do we have a good one today. We welcome back to SEXXY Review producer, choreographer, and dancer Jennifer Romas. Her production, SEXXY The Show, is returning for its latest edition this coming January 2026. The show will take place and make its debut at Virgin Hotels, Las Vegas. Jennifer, thanks so much for joining me today. Congratulations. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you? Thank you so very much for the incredible introduction.
Oh, well, great as always. So tell us, what is happening on January 17th at the Oxford 24 showroom at the Virgin Hotels, Las Vegas? What is going on?
We are bringing SEXXY back. Simply said, we are bringing SEXXY back. I'm thrilled for this new chapter and this new venture, and to join forces with, of course, the Virgin Hotel and Cliff, who is over there. The team has been wonderful. We are just kind of getting the ball rolling. As you well know, press release just came out. But it is our 10-year anniversary of the launch of SEXXY originally, when we opened back up at the Westgate Las Vegas Hotel. So it is 10 years of SEXXY, and we thought what better time to bring SEXXY back.
Well, just as a follow-up, I'm just going to jump ahead. Speaking about the 10-year anniversary, that celebration, what does that mean to you?
Oh gosh, that's a loaded question, right? You know, for anyone that's been following the show or the journey of the little engine that could, I like to call it, or my journey, as you have, and thank you for being so supportive. You know, SEXXY kind of was not a planned ordeal or empire that kind of grew. I had an opportunity and I jumped on it, and you know, gratefully was able to kind of create this brand, more so than a show, I believe, which still to this day, and now more so than ever, I truly believe that stands for, you know, being sexy at any age, and being confident in your own skin, and all of the dancers and artists and beautiful performers that come through, whether for one day or for 10 years. I hope I inspire them to just kind of follow their dreams and be confident in themselves. And that's really what it stands for. And that's really what it means, like I said, now more than ever, because we are 10 years in, and you know, the face of that kind of change, and people change and bodies change and all of those things. But it really is about just being empowering and owning who you are. And that's what I think we're celebrating with the comeback, and for women in general and gentlemen as well. But that's what we're kind of celebrating.
In the press release, it said that there's going to be a new era of creative direction. So what are we going to see in January from this edition of SEXXY The Show?
Well, what we're trying to, obviously we're in a new venue right there, right? So we've got some upgraded tech things that are happening in that venue already, just moving to a different venue, which is great, which is going to automatically up the level of creativity in which we can do with all the LED walls and the space in there. I'm, you know, keeping true to the SEXXY brand and what the show was. We've got some familiar faces that will be in the show, as well as some new, fresh talent, which I'm excited as well. But being that it is the 10-year anniversary, I wanted to kind of combine both aspects of that. Keeping with some of the traditional, you know, and burlesque is kind of a big word, but keeping with the traditional SEXXY vibe and energy and what that is and what that stands for, countering in some new surprises that we'll have for you guys as well.
Okay, so tell me, what is staying in the show? What is continuing to be there?
I can't tell you that. You're going to have to come and see and find out. Some of the staples that have made the show what they are will still be in there. To what capacity and things like that, you know, we will kind of see once we get into rehearsals and things like that, as well as with myself performing again in the show. Most people kind of know I did just come out of 2 major surgeries in the past, well, gosh, not even 12 months, in the past 6 months. A full hip replacement and knee and all of those things. So I'm fighting my way back as well too, and I'm just really happy for the opportunity. So many people have asked if I'm going to be in the show. yes, I plan to be in the show. To what capacity right now? Still working through some things myself on that level. But, you know, we might be doing
We know you'll be there. That's what matters. I mean, we know that you'll be there, and you'll be there on stage in some capacity, and that's what people want to see anyway. So here's my question: any of the returning dancers from your recent Excites and SEXXY, or are we gonna have a new cast? What are we looking at?
A mix of both, honestly. Again, being that we are celebrating 10 years, which I think is monumental, and I'm really, really proud of that, especially sustaining. You know, we've moved around a little bit here and there and things like that, which is common for a lot of Las Vegas shows and things like that. But just to be able to still have the staying power to be able to come back and do this is really, I'm just elated, honestly. It's just a big gift. And so yes, we do have some of the girls who are still performing to this day, and who might be doing their own thing or move to other shows and things like that. But we are having, it's going to be about a 50-50. 50 of some of the ladies that have done and performed throughout the years in the show, mixed with some newbies coming in. I'm actually having an audition coming up here the first week of December as well too. So, you know, mostly I really just want everyone to have a good time coming into this. I want it to be a celebration. It's definitely a celebration for me, and just continuing the legacy, and hopefully spreading light and fun to performers that want to jump on board and do what they love to do. And that's really what it's about, and that's really what I want to engrave into people with this is the celebration of, you know, one, the female body, of course, but just coming out and truly, you know, leaving your inhibitions at the door and having a grand night out, whether you're male, female, young, old, you know, whatever that is coming out and just having a good time and letting some of those inhibitions go and just celebrating.
What do you remember about the first show?
I don't know if I remember anything. Gosh. What do I honestly? These are crossroads in your. I remember so much, and everything's also a blur at the same time. And I think I was so involved in trying to make it happen that sometimes you forget to stop and go like, "Wow, we did this!" You know. There's a picture, and actually I'll post it on our social media. It's a black and white picture that one of the photographers took of one of the first shows, and we came out after the show, and everyone had champagne, and it was literally like just a mob of people and girls and guests and people that were involved in the show and weren't involved in the show, and everyone literally is like, it's just like, like that's like that moment of like, wow. And I think that picture actually captures it best, is like, we did this. And I say we because collectively, whoever was involved in that day, in that moment, in those weeks following up to that, each show, whoever is involved the weeks before, the day of, behind the scenes, it's definitely a we thing. And I say this a lot too, you know, I'm only as strong as the people's shoulders that I get to lean on in putting these shows together, because I clearly cannot do it by myself. And I pride myself having a great team of people and artists who are on board and positive and love what they do, which I think is most important.
Oh, absolutely. So just for people to know, what social medias and pages should they be keeping up with going up to the debut at the Virgin on January 17th, 2026? Where should they be looking?
Well, of course, you can follow SEXXY Show on Instagram and Facebook, and that's SEXXY with 2 X's, SEXXYSHOW, on Instagram, Twitter as well, and Facebook. And then, of course, our new home at the Virgin Hotels. They have a Instagram page as well for 24 Oxford, as well as Virgin Hotels LV, which is great. And they're doing a great job of promoting and things like that too. And there's so much amazing entertainment that Virgin is bringing to the forefront as well with all of their theaters. So, but that's where you can find us. And you can find me as well too on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook.
We'll put all the links in the descriptions below, of course, and on CY interviews so everyone can check that out. Finally, random question. It seems like you've been at every major event in the last few months. What have been some of the highlights for you?
Oh gosh, honestly, just kind of, I was a bit of a hermit the earlier part of this year, just working through some things myself, and the surgeries and having that downtime and things like that, and just kind of getting back into the community has just been beautiful, and meeting new people. I'm also getting involved in real estate and things like that as well too. So just different groups of events and people and meeting things, and just really getting out and enjoying all of the beautiful things that Las Vegas has to offer. For me, live entertainment is always the best therapy in the world. I love anything that deals with dance and production and things like that. So I really try to, if I have an opportunity to go see these things, we live in the best place on earth. I actually said this because I just saw at Bellagio, they did this whole Disney production, right, for F1 with all at the Bellagio. The
it was pretty incredible.
It was pretty incredible. And I literally was like, oh my gosh, how blessed are we that those of us who live in Las Vegas, we get to immerse ourselves in the glory of this amazing city. And I'm just really having a lot of fun and enjoying life. That's what it's all about.
I'm glad about that. SEXXY Show with 2 X's on Instagram, Facebook, of course. Jennifer Romas as well. You can follow her accounts as well. The SEXXY The Show comes back and makes its debut at the Virgin Hotel Las Vegas at the Oxford 24 showroom on January 17th, 2026. Jennifer, thanks as always for being on CY Interview. Anything you'd like to add in closing?
Just thank you to you. Thank you for being so supportive of me and the shows through the years, and the opportunity to come on here and come see the show, you guys. We're celebrating 10 years. We're bringing SEXXY back, and we need to see you there.
We absolutely need to see all of you there. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you.